Hello everyone, Him Tutorial welcome you again to the new session of the chapter number 8, that is the cell. We have done up to discovery of cell, and today as a subtopic we are going to do the variation in number of cell. So as we have discussed earlier that on the basis of number the organisms are divided into two main types, that is unicellular and multicellular. So unicellular word, uni means one and cellular means cell. So all those organisms which are having one cell in their body, they are called as unicellular organisms. If I go for the example, then amoeba, paramecium, these are the examples of the unicellular organisms as amoeba, paramecium, yeast. So these are some examples of unicellular organisms. The most interesting thing in unicellular organisms is this, that one cell is performing all the life activities throughout the life. For example, if I talk about the amoeba, then amoeba ingest the food with the help of pseudopodia, and as the food is ingested inside the body, it is digested there, then respiration is there, then excretion is there, growth is there, and finally reproduction is there. So single cell is performing all the life activities throughout the life. If I talk about the second category, that is multicellular organisms. So multi means more than one, and cellular means cell. So all those organisms which are having more than one cell in their body, they are called as multicellular organisms. And more than one means the body of the multicellular organisms may comprises million, billions and trillions of cells in their body. So first we will talk about the tissue level. When number of cells, one type of cells, they group together, they perform or they form a specific type of tissue, and that tissue will perform a specific type of function. So one particular type of cell form one particular type of tissue, and when one particular type of tissues they group together, they form one particular type of organ. So if I talk about the tissue level, then if I go for the example, then for example, the vascular tissue. The vascular tissue is present in plants and it comprises of phloem and xylem cells. So phloem and xylem cells. So phloem is separate and xylem is separate. So xylem cells are formed, or xylem tissue is formed by the specific type of xylem cells. When xylem cells they clump together, they form the xylem tissue, and when phloem cells they clump together, they form phloem tissue. Okay, and when both the things they clump together, they form the vascular tissue. Xylem cells are capable of carrying out the water, and phloem cells are helpful in carrying out the food inside the body of the plant. If I go for the another example of tissue level, then we can talk about the nervous tissue. Nervous tissue which is present in the human beings, these nervous tissue or this nervous tissue is made by the grouping of special type of cells which are called as neurons. So these neurons are specific type of cells. When these neuron cells they group together, they form a specific type of tissue which is called as a nervous tissue. So here cells clump together and they form the tissue. If I write over here, cells combine and they form the tissue, because we are discussing the tissue level. Now we will move towards the organ level. Second level, this is the first level and this is the second level, which is the organ level of organization. In organ level of organization, particular type of tissues, they group together and they will form a organ, and that organ will perform a specific function. I repeat my words. Particular type of tissues, they group together, and when particular type of tissues they group together, they form an organ, and that organ will go through, or that organ will perform a specific type of function. If I take an example, then brain. Brain is an organ, okay, and it helps in coordinating all the parts of the body to each other, and this brain is made up of the two type of tissues, that is nervous tissue and connective tissue. Similarly, in case of plants, if I take, in case of plants, as we have discussed that, then in roots, the roots will absorb water with the help of xylem. Along with the water, it absorbs minerals, and this water and minerals, when they are absorbed by the roots, they are just transferred to the upper parts of the plant, and it is reached with the help of xylem vessels to each and every part of the plant for the proper functioning. So this is all about the organ level of organization in case of organisms. Now we will talk about the organ system level. Third part, that is organ system of organization. If I talk about organ system, then different organ systems are present in the body of human being. If I take an example of human being, then different systems are present in our body. First example I am going to take, digestive system. Digestive system has numerous of organs in it, and different type of organs, they clump together and they form the organ system. Similarly, number of systems are there: digestive system, then respiratory system, then excretory system, then circulatory system. So number of systems are there, many systems are there which clump together. Okay, now this is the organ system of organization. So these number of systems, they clump together, they join together, and they completely form an organism. So this is the organization level of an organism, that it starts from the cell and it ends up into the complete organism. If we talk about cells, then different type of cells are present in the body of organism, and different type of cells are capable of performing different type of functions. One particular type of cells, when they join together, they form the tissue. When different type of tissues, they join together, they form the organs. Different type of organs, when they join together, they form organ system of the body, and different type of organ systems, when they join together, they form the complete organism. So this is all about the first subtopic of the day, that is variation in number. So up to our next video, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.